Welcome back to the sawmill, everybody. Uh, Today we're going to make some cookies. See if we can. There's a fella fixing to have a wedding. His daughter's getting married. Needs 40 cookies. Brought me some, what is that, red elm off a tree that fell down at their place. And, well, we'll make him some cookies. See how that turns out. Well, first thing we got to do is trim that off there. We'll just grab the handy steel. Kind of loud. At least we'll have a nice flat bottom to stand up. It's got a little hook to it, so I'll just hike it up here on the saw. Yeah, kind of heavy. All right, well, show you the rest of this process. Hang on to yourself, we're going to get rocky. You want some 1¼ inch thick. And for me, it's like, well, how do I clamp that sucker in there? I'll show you. Got this here board I keep handy. There's a little shelf on both sides here. Notice I wrote save on this board. It used to be bigger, but it split, so we'll just put that in there like that. So I got a place to set it. Then I'll just be able to bring the clamp right in. It's kind of heavy, that thing. Well, we'll put you back in the little stand over here, if you don't mind. I wish they could allow music, you know. I understand folks need to make their money off their talents just the same as we do as people that do stuff. So I got to keep talking, otherwise, you know, somebody from Wayland's gonna freak out, I suppose. So what you do is you try to stand her up here, balance it out as good as you can. That's not too bad. It's got, like I say, it's got a little hook to it. You want to make sure you're going to clear while you're cutting it. So you take a look at it. Well, it's kind of hanging a little to the inside. So we can kind of fix that. We'll bring the clamp in, if you watch closely. Maybe I'll come up. Oh, there we go. It fell back just where I wanted it. Now I want to make sure I'm clamped east and west tight. It's got a little shake to it. So we'll just squeeze that good and tight. You know the words. So there, we got to hold that thing. It's not going anywhere. So you want some 1¼ inch. So what we'll do is we'll fire up the saw here in a minute. Get on scale. About the maximum log length you want is about 34 inches up. You know, right there you can probably see the green line. That's about as high up as the saw will go. So we'll bring her down here so we get a nice square edge to start with. Make sure we're going straight. Yeah, we'll just come down a little bit, get on scale, and where are we at? There's the 5/4 scale right there. So we'll fire up the saw, take a couple licks, go from there. One thing I want to remember to do is always turn on my blower. Keep that sawdust cleaned up. That's the best way to do her. Like I've said before in other videos, first thing I did when I decided I was going to have a mill, built this building, I put me in a vacuum system. There's our fur. Clean that off there. Now we got a nice square top to start with. I've seen guys nail these suckers to a board and clamp them in there and screw them and then all kinds of messing around. This seems to work good for me. It's probably a little bit more work, I don't know. This is how I do my cooking. I've even made custom cookies for folks for their wedding. We have a laser engraver, so I've cut the cookies, took them to the shop, laser engraved them, you know, with either the date or a letter, whatever they want to put on there. It just adds value to the raw product right here, you know. This was a piece of firewood basically, and you know, I'm doing this for a buddy. He hooked me up with the rest of this red elm, so I'm just trading this out in labor. Typically I'd charge, you know, depending on the species, probably $5 to $15 a piece for them. For these little guys, they make good little table settings. And, you know, sometimes if you engrave them, well, there you go, you can charge a little bit more. Say you had a CNC machine, you could carve on them. But if you ever tried to, say you got a regular bandsaw, and you ever try to cut a round piece on that bandsaw, you'll learn real quick that ain't no fun. The thing will spin out of your hands and land on your foot, might cut your leg, who knows. I've tried it, it don't work. So I'll just cut a few of them here. It really helped having the laser light. We'll take this pile down. I've been throwing them on a pallet here, make it easier to handle. There's 7. Didn't take long, if I don't break my neck. Oh, they're kind of cool. Does a real nice job. This one here, tree was injured. Kind of gives it a different look. So let's continue on. I left one behind. Well, we'll catch him on the next round. Said it before, but I love my electric mill. Got that phase converter over there. Offers a soft start on that big 3-phase 25 horse. Running a 10-degree double hard blade. Seems to work pretty good. I was sawing some cedar. 10 degrees is what I use on cedar. Cedar and cottonwood works really well. Most of everything else I use a 4 degree. Yes, it's slower, but it does a flatter, nicer job. So it's just one of those things of rinse and repeat. You know, you slice it and bring it back, get back on scale. How many got there? 2, 4, 5. Just pick them right now. He's looking for 40 of them. I think we might get 40 out of these two. I already cut one up. Hopefully you can hear everything I'm saying here in the audio. I've been trying out this new deal. I don't know what they call it. But it's got a remote for a thing that hangs on your camera there, and then one that clips on you. I actually put it in my helmet, you know, safety first. So hopefully you can hear me. That way it all works out. Cut this one all the way down, and we'll call it good. A few more cuts. This time it's only 1.25 inches off the deck there. Give it a little extra room for the plant. Wipe it off. Bam! Hopefully that doesn't hit. There. How many you got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more. So that's the old cookies, or at least I call them cookies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. What do we got? Bye, Cracky. There they are. 41 cookies. So we're all done here. This will probably end up as a fairly quick little video. I'm working on kind of a longer one. So, well, till next time, have a good one.